She's never danced before. you want them to give it up and watch you break through. It's too late for a revolution. Brace for the final solution.
Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. The mighty are gathered against me. Awake to help me, and behold.
All right, Chad, how we all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Been a couple of days, hasn't it? Now, don't forget, you have to send them super chats. Otherwise, AOC and Disney win. The woke tards win. And they'll be putting chemtrail gay porn in your, I don't know, your breakfast or whatever. Fuck it. Just send me money, goddammit. I need money. Whatever grift I have to say to make PayPig send me money. Can we just pretend I said it? I don't know, man. Fucking need money. Speaking of need money, we got some super chats here we're going to play.
Have you heard of Jesus?
Dashing Rogue tips $3 and says, here is a iTunes gift card. Now make show Bob's. By the way, we had a fantastic playlist today. Big fan. Not only was the music pretty damn good, the music videos were all like horror movie clips with boobies and shit, and it was and gore and cool shit, and it was great, and I loved it. Thank you. Because I like titties. I don't know if you knew this, chat, but I like titties. For almost all my life, I've liked titties. I liked titties when I was a little baby. Then I kind of went through a phase of about a decade there, or wasn't into titties so much. Still liked them a little bit. Didn't know why, but you know, April would be having her titties out in Ninja Turtles cartoon. I'd be like, that's nice. Yeah. Kelly Kapowski, big old titties, and I didn't know why. But then around 11, I was like, oh, we're back on Team Titty. And been a fan ever since. We got another super chat. This one pretty big. Thank you for that.
Have you heard of Jesus?
This is from 3 days ago. It's Hip to Wear Soap donates $105. Thank you very much. Big help right now. Keeping me afloat. This is probably way out of your comfort zone, and I don't even know where to start in terms of research. But there's this flame war going on between Vice and the VTuber community that's somehow full of Gamergate throwbacks. Well, I'll try and look into that, figure that out. I mean, generally, though, if you're talking about Vice and VTubers, I'm going to have to go with the Norm Macdonald line of, this might sound harsh, but I hope everyone involved in this story dies. We got one more super chat from 3 days ago.
Have you heard of Jesus?
Wolf of Wind tips $20. And you want it more serious Animu. Here you go. Have fun with a link. I watched that the other day. Because he even approached me before and said, if I give you $20 for you watching, review the first episode of a show called Psycho-Pass. And it was okay. I'm sorry. I don't really have much to say about it. I sat and I watched it and it was fine. So Psycho-Pass, first episode there. I didn't watch any further into it yet. And I don't know that I will, to be honest. It wasn't bad by any stretch. It just didn't really, like, I started watching Gargoyles recently. And after I watched the first episode of Psycho-Pass, I kind of just wanted to go back to watching Gargoyles. Gargoyles is fucking awesome. Y'all weren't lying, chat. Gargoyles does. That wasn't one of those overrated. You just liked it because you were 10 things. No, man. I'm a 42-year-old man. I've never watched more than a minute or two, like clips here and there. And I could say I've sat down and watched the first few episodes of Gargoyles, and I'm like, yeah, I know why. But here I am reviewing Gargoyles in the middle of I was paid to review Psycho-Pass, and we're talking about Gargoyles. I'm terrible. It's no wonder nobody sends me fucking money. Anyways, Psycho-Pass. Okay, so it's an Animu, and it's like a typical Blade Runner backdrop that Animus love. And, there's all this machinery that reads people's minds and determines if you're a latent criminal, even though you haven't done anything yet, and throws you in jail and shit. And so they're hunting down this latent criminal, and they're using other latent criminals that are like a Suicide Squad thing going on. And there's a little girl cop, because, it's an Animu. You got to have a little schoolgirl in there. And a little rookie schoolgirl cop, and a grizzled old, and it's fine. I don't know what to say, man. These are the hardest things in the world to review. It's easy to review something you loved. You just get out here, it's like, I can review Gargoyles for you. You want that? Because I'll just start sucking Gargoyles' dick, because it was amazing. I can review something I hate. I could do that. I could be like, this was dog shit and I hated it. The hardest thing in the world to review is something you sat down and watched and you're like, that's all right. I don't know what to say. It's a bunch of stuff I've seen before other places. That doesn't necessarily make it bad though. But there was no hook that really sucked me in. I just don't like Animu in general. I'm inclined to just not like it. The art styles and trappings and tropes of Animu are just things I associate generally with things I haven't enjoyed. So, there's that hurdle to begin with. But it was fine. I could see why someone would get into it. I don't know though. And it's a depiction of a society, and I'm not saying it's bad or it's just not something that appeals to me. Where you get all these people that are like all on board with the pre-crime shit, and a lot of things have done this, movies and shows and shit. But like when I hear people talking about that, I just kind of hate them. Like they're chasing down this guy that's been flagged as like, oh, he's going to be a criminal, even though he didn't do anything, and he's rightfully just pissed off and losing his fucking mind about that because his life is over for no fucking reason. So now he's just decided he's going to go on a rampage because why not? If you're going to do the time, might as well do the crime. And he's about ready to rape this chick, and he's like, he's got her hostage and he's running away from the cops with her, and then like her psychopath number goes high because she's been through this trauma. So the system determines that she's going to be a criminal too now. And so like, fuck the victim of this. And it's just like, wow, this is horrifying. I hate everybody in this. Like, the little bright-eyed rookie cop is the only one that's kind of like questioning, and everybody else is like, it's just the way things are. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't like anybody in this story, then fuck them all. I would kind of like the little girl cop if she wasn't annoying. So there's nobody really to latch on to in this. Like, emotionally, there's nobody for me to latch on to. None of the characters are interesting enough to overcome the fact that I don't like them. Like, you can have characters that are just absolute shitbags, but you love to hate them. None of them, like, reach that level for me. Wolfland says, the system doesn't mark you as going to commit a crime. It marks you as capable of committing. It was, whatever, man. You're splitting hairs. But, I was like, it was all right, I guess. I could see why somebody would like it. I'm not going to sit here and say it was bad. It wasn't bad. Nothing about it sucked me in. It's the hardest thing in the world to review. I don't know what to say without repeating myself. Like, it was fine. Like, if I was dating a chick that was into that show and just sat down and watched it with her, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes into it, I'd get into it. But, like, watching one episode, I felt no need to watch another episode. Like, maybe if I'm getting paid later, because I am a whore. But like I said, I finished Psycho-Pass episode 1, and I was like, all right, I'm going to watch some gargoyles now. Boy, that detective lady in Gargoyles is just like immediately wants to fuck Goliath. Like, immediate. None of this like building up to it shit. None of this typical Disney shit of like, she learns to love him despite his appearance. Nah, bro, the moment she realizes he's not going to fucking kill her and eat her, she's wanting to hop on Goliath dick. And maybe a little bit before that, if we're all being honest with ourselves. She is none of that typical Disney shit. She is certified monster fucker from moment one. And I'm not saying any of that's bad. Chad says, well, he is voiced by Keith Davis. That's true. Keith Davis does have a very sexy voice. No homo. But just objectively speaking, there's no denying it. All right? Zay Rose, it says Psychopath is one of those things I have on my watch list, and I'm all like, oh, that looks interesting, and then I just never watch it because I never feel like it. Just looking at it, I just think, been there. Yeah, that's kind of what it was for me. I was like, it's all right. Fireborn says, saw Psychopath, liked it well enough, but it's a bit overrated. I mean, people in the comments, somebody sent me, it was a YouTube link I got. I guess, I don't know if they had all the episodes, but Crunchyroll had the first episode up. And all the people in the comments are like, oh, it's goated anime, it's fucking amazing, life-changing. I'm like, all right. Oh, Lordy. So we got some stuff we're going to watch. We got some short little videos, but we're going to watch them. We can't watch them music videos people sent me the other day, especially the, what was it, Carpenter Brute cover of Maniac? That is full of all sorts of titties and gore. It was fantastic. But if you look it up on YouTube, see, that's the thing. I'll get in trouble for playing it, even though it's just on YouTube. Because that's how, like, I'll be in trouble for showing the titties. But they're not, they're fine. They can just do it, I guess. That's cool. Like, you know the song Blurred Line by Robin Thicke? Great song. I love it. But there's an unrated version of that video where, like, those girls are just all kinds of naked. Right? And the brunette's hotter than the fucking surface of the sun. But that's just on YouTube. It's just fine. But if I were to, like, hey, let's chill out and watch that right now on here, I'm suddenly the bad guy for showing titties that are just already knowingly on YouTube from fucking major certified accounts, monetized accounts. It's just not fair. You know, I think to combat the woke YouTube, what y'all should do is send me some super chats, streamlabs.com/backoff. And remember, I don't do YouTube super chats. I'm not a sellout like that, all right? I don't give my 30% of my super chats to the ghost of Susan. We don't do that here, all right? Streamlabs takes a reasonable amount off the top, and that's it. And not only that, Streamlabs takes the more you send, the less they take. Like, if you send me $1, they're going to take like 30 cents. But if you send me like $100, they're just going to take a couple of bucks. Like, I don't know how they calculate it exactly. I don't know. I'm retarded. But the higher it is, the lower percentage they take. So they just take a reasonable amount. And then I get that money like right away. If you pay with credit card, I get it like in a couple days. If you pay with PayPal, it's like right there in my PayPal, like boom, instant. So, you know, if you hate the ghost of Susan and you want to dunk on her grave, streamlabs.com/thebackoff. Okay, so we got a couple of goofy videos. I guess we'll start with this one. It's a weird one. So somebody took an image and put it in AI. Okay. Let's see. Windows capture here. All right. What's his account? If you want to check out the account name, there it is. It's on the Twitters, on the X. So he put a picture of his friend in the AI and fed it and said, just replicate this image with no changes. And you get this first one, which is the first replication, which already looks a little off. But whatever. And then he just keeps doing it. Right? So again, you told AI, just replicate this image, no changes. So you get a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy filtered through AI's demonic fucking algorithm. And wait, if you haven't seen this, wait till you see what it turns into, chat. Just immediately, just fat and black lady. He did it a second time. I might try and bring the video up. That's disturbing. Where it starts to turn into like a Hanna-Barbera drawing. Let's see. So that was fun. I don't know, chat. I'm not exactly common filth levels of fucking schizo, but um, I'm just trying to think these AIs got literal demons in them. like, like these things are just hooked up to the Ghostbusters containment unit. Because it's like, that's one of the least disturbing ones they showed, too. Got another video I wanted to watch. We're blowing through these kind of fast, but they're fun, whatever. So this one's really weird. I don't understand the context. This was off of, you know those military accounts where it's like, let's suck the troops' dicks? Those guys. So, maybe you understand this, chat. Because I don't. This is like just walking into a Sam's Club. Right? And they start playing fucking taps for some reason. So, like, what is happening here? So, I feel like these people just stopped moving because they were kind of behind this guy who stopped moving. This strikes me as vet. He just screams boomer vet. And, like, he immediately is, like, takes his hat off. And he puts it over his chest, even. Why? You're at a fucking Sam's Club and some fat bitch with a fupa starts playing taps, and you're just like, all right. Like, yeah, they're all wearing masks too. That's part of why they just stopped behind the vet who's not wearing masks, I might add. They just, herd mentality. But like, I guess the military just beats the fucking sentience out of some of these guys, because like, you just stop for like, yeah, Sam's Club. Like, did a military funeral just break out in a Sam's Club? What is the context of this? Does anybody know? I tried to find the fucking context, and all I could find was like boomers like, oh, it makes me so emotional, like, support our troops. And I'm just like, why is this is Matt Lawrence said it best on Twitter. He goes, this is big, like, welcome to Costco, I love you energy. Like, what is happening? In this fucking like, what? A good soldier doesn't ask questions. There you go, chat. So when the government finally turns on us, we could just start playing taps to get all the soldiers to just stop and take their hats off. I don't know how do you respond? I'm just trying to think of, like, if I'm in a fucking Walmart and I'm like looking at the DVDs or the fucking looking for Ninja Turtle figures or something, and I gotta take my hat off all of a sudden because some wagey is playing a trumpet. I don't understand the context of this at all. And it's just shared online like, ooh, does this just bring a tear to your eye? No, it just confuses me. I don't understand, man. Is he There's a flag at the door. Is he looking at another flag? Are you supposed to look at the flag? I don't know, man. The flag code is kind of autistic and weird and gay. I don't really understand. God bless him. My Navy dad tried to teach me some of the fucking flag code, and it was the most arbitrary autistic nonsense I've ever heard in my life. The flag code. Hey, you know, Chet, you're not supposed to burn the flag. That's really disrespectful. I don't know if you knew this. Part of the flag code. We're going to educate you a little bit. It's time for some knowledge drop. Never burn a flag. That's highly disrespectful. Also, if a flag is worn and must be disposed of, don't throw it out. That's highly disrespectful. So what do? Well, you got to burn it. But wait, you just said, no, wait. You fold the flag up like a paper football. Remember in grade school, paper football? You fold the flag up like that, right? And then you burn it. Because that's different somehow. Now also, put the flag up. Make sure you take it down when it's nighttime. And also when it's raining. I don't know. That already sounds like too much work. I don't even want to put the flag up now. Like, Diamond says reverie would have made more sense. I don't understand the context of this. And I scrolled X, desperately trying to find someone explain to me why apparently a military funeral broke out in fucking Sam's Club. What, did they drop a pallet of the fucking Pepsi all over the floor? And like good Americans, we had to fucking send the Pepsi off to Valhalla? Like... Armored Ghost says, surprised Dems haven't eliminated the flag code. No, they love to bring up the flag code when when Republicans get it wrong. See, it's one of those rules. It's like a lot of those kind of rules. They're around only to restrain the type of people that would give a shit about it, which are Republicans. Here's another thing, since we're on the topic of military. What is it? There's a mutual I have on Twitter. Well, my good buddy Andrew Banner. Not me. That's a different person. You can't prove otherwise. But he has this mutual on Twitter. And he brought up a point, and it, like, unlocked a fucking core memory in me. So, let me see if I can find it. Because I actually want to quote him right. Okay, so let's see. At Possibly Arms on Twitter, he said this. Let me find it. Hang on. Okay, so he was mentioning this. He was talking about like kind of humiliation rituals in the military, and he says they make you show your butthole to an old man when you sign up. I still don't entirely understand what that part was for. Now that sounds crazy, right? But I've heard that from other sources. So I had a buddy in the 2000s join the fucking military and only did like 4. And he told me that when he signed up, immediately when he signed up, he went like out to the fucking base and he had like, when he finally signed the paper that he's on there, that day, it was either right before or right after, they gave him a physical, and I'm doing big air quotes, right? According to him, this physical consisted entirely of dropping his pants and underwear, and then this doctor just like cups his cock and balls, right? Like feels him around, tells him to turn around and bend over and spread his asshole, and just looks at his asshole. And the physical's over. And I remember thinking that, like, my buddy was making that up. Right? And then I hear this guy on Twitter talk about the same thing happening to him. And then I'm looking it up, and there's a bunch of people saying that, at least in the, like, the Bush years and the War on Terror years, that you just had to show your butthole to an old man. Like... What is this supposed to ascertain? I understand that as part of a physical. But like, that's it? That's the only thing that they want to know before we send you off to battle? Chat's saying it's a hernia test. I guess. But why only the hernia test? Why not a full physical? I've had physicals before, chat. Even in my adult years. Like sometimes I sign up for a company and they just want you to do a physical. So you just take a physical and they put you on a scale and they're like, wow, you're kind of fat. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And they take your height and they take your fucking blood pressure. Maybe they shine the light in your eye or they hit your knee to do that weird reflex thing that's always weird. Right? Like, they do other things other than, like, let me just feel your balls and stare directly into your brown eye. So here's my thought. Chances, I think I've heard that before. It's weird, right? It would make sense. Again, I can't reiterate this enough. I wouldn't think twice about that being part of a physical. But that being the entire physical, that feels like the kind of thing where, like, the guy's examining you and then the real doctor walks in and goes, who the hell are you? And he just runs out of the room. So it was so weird when I saw him say that. I'm like, my God, I thought my buddy was lying to me. I thought he was bullshitting me. So here's my theory, chat. I think that's a humiliation ritual. I think that is part of the breaking you down that the military does. Christian says, I just had a DOT physical getting into public transit. Don't know why people, for some reason, specifically women, think every male doctor visit is fondling balls and or prostate. Well, apparently that male doctor visit, apparently if you sign up for the military, first things first, let's check your balls and your butthole. I don't know, chat. To me, that feels like a humiliation ritual. All right? To me, that feels like the kind of thing where they just want to see how much you're willing to question shit. Wait, Doc, you only wanted to look at my asshole? Specifically bend over and spread my asshole right in your face? I don't understand. Chat says perhaps since basically all of basic is such. Yeah, that's what that seems like to me. You can't convince me otherwise that that's not just some psychological thing. Like, that's not just put you in your fucking place early on. Drop trowel, let me squeeze your balls and look directly into your ass. I don't know, chat. I could be wrong. Maybe there's very, very scientific reasons why those are the most important fucking things they need to look at. You can't have a soldier with a hernia, I guess. That's not gonna work. Chad says like a kid's in a hall skit. Exactly. Military doctor's giving you a prostate exam, and suddenly you feel both hands on your shoulders. Don't worry, it's perfectly natural to get an erection during this. Doctor, I don't have an erection. Yeah, but I do. Okay, we got another fun video we're going to watch. We got some fun videos here. Short little videos, but I think they're fun, chat. I think they're fun. I think they should get super chats is what they should get. Oh, man. And don't forget, we got one paid up playlist coming up. Mr. Bones got one more playlist that he's paid up for. And then it's back to the fucking ghetto black guy and white girl music that I love. All right. It's back to fucking Ludacris and NSYNC. All right, it's back to fucking 50 Cent and Britney Spears. Fuck it. I'll lean harder into those things, just so we're clear. So you better get over to streamlabs.com/thebacklaw and send $15 to request a playlist of No Longer in 12 Minutes. It's almost not relevant because there's only one in line. But if you absolutely got to cut in front of line for the next show, that would be 50 minutes. Or $50. And I am thinking of some more rules for the playlist. I have kicked that around. However, up until I announce those rules, they're not official. So if you were to donate now with your playlist, then you're grandfathered in. You don't have to worry about whatever other rules come up. As of right now, though, the rules are it has to be actual music, not just random audio. No Nirvana, because fuck Kurt Cobain. And nothing to get me popped. You know, nothing like just screaming fucking the N-word or something. Like, unless it's rap, that's okay. You know what'll get me popped on YouTube. Like, no Moon Man. I love Moon Man, but no Moon Man. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Donovan Warland says, I am a bit surprised you're not mocking the late Pope. Very kind of you. You're a merciful Bible star. Well, in all fairness, we already did that. I basically took the stance. It doesn't matter who the fuck they pick. Oh, maybe they'll pick that based black guy. It's like, whatever, man. It's a false religion either way, all right? Y'all worship Mary and you fucking... You water down the gospel of grace. The very essence of Christianity. Yeah. Well, you have to also do good works. Cool, man. How many good works did the thief on the cross have? Like, I don't want to hear it. Anyways, we got one more video we're going to watch. One more cool little video. Let's see. All right, so this is a taste test video with some spaghetti.
Ooh. Yes.
Black spaghetti versus Italian spaghetti. Which none of this is nothing is Italian spaghetti. It's this. The sauce is more mixed in with the noodles as they're cooking it. That's you don't just have the noodles are done and then you plop some sauce on it. That's not how Italian people handle shit.
Smell like a rusted pot. Very meaty.
Old school traditional spaghetti.
I'm gonna mix it together, give it a fair shot.
It's cool.
It looks black, but the flavoring is white.
Oh, that's really good.
There's no flavoring on it, chat.
It need more flavor.
I mean, there is not a seasoning in sight.
There's tomato and basil and what looks like chopped onions and shit. And it looks like decent sauce. Like,
Wow. That's like
I mean, spaghetti's spaghetti. It's like the lamest fucking Italian dish you can possibly make, in all fairness. But, like, it looks fine.
restaurant quality good.
I think it needs more seasoning. I think it needs the sauce. You know, I want a little bit more tomato paste.
I mean, ain't no Lori's, no
Ain't no Lori's.
garlic powder, no onion. Wait.
No onion.
No garlic powder, no. Ain't no Lori's.
What? This one confused me for a little bit when I first watched it, because what the fuck is Lori's? And then I realized I mean Lowry's. Which, Lowry's is pretty good to put on some shit, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you should probably have some Lowry's in your cabinet. I don't know if you put it on fucking spaghetti. I don't know about that.
No garlic powder, no onion. What is happening in this dish?
This is great.
This is an Italian spaghetti.
It's white. It's white. I'm gonna get this a 3.
It don't look like you push away many meals, in all fairness.
I'm gonna give it a 6, man.
This is a solid 9. You could taste the tomatoes like really well on this. It's really good. Ooh.
Look, man, I don't have a lot of tolerance for bland food either. I really don't. And I think a lot of country kitchen shit, if you want to pick on white people food, is very fucking bland. You know, I always joke, if you go to a diner, you know, and there's a bunch of old people there, it's probably gonna be bland food. But that looks fine. It got fucking meat in it, got chunks of tomato. Chat says, consider she probably eats raw cornstarch. I don't think I'll take her rating seriously. You know, I was shocked at the dish soap thing. I was honest. I had heard before that black people like wash their chicken, quote unquote. And I thought like you just rinsed it off in the sink, which you shouldn't do. Like you're cooking it, you're washing off flavor, you're probably spreading germs more all over your fucking sink. I mean, chicken can have some dangerous fucking germs. You got to be careful handling raw chicken. But I can at least understand the thought process of wanting to rinse it off first. But no, fucking maniacs are washing it with dish soap. Like, no wonder you need to smother the fucking thing in spices. You're tasting a palm olive on it. No onion. No Lowry's. They ain't put no Lowry's in the sauce. I mean, again, I love spicy shit, man. Town of Warland says, washing the chicken with oh my no. Yeah, that's a thing. I thought just shit posters were making it up. I thought like, you know, fucking, you know, I thought Stormfront was making this up or something. Like, no. That's the videos of black people like this fucking, yeah, I washed the chicken off. Like, Jesus. Chad says, remember the seasoning, please? Top 3 racing moments in 5 years. I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that white chick was like, people were getting on her for no seasoning when she's doing up the chicken with like fresh garlic and onions and peppers and shit. Like, look, man, those powders are great. And they have their place. Especially, you know, for just easy cooking and shit. Like, those things are great. I use the fuck out of them for a lot of stuff. But that's because I'm making, like, just basic shit that I want to, like, kick up a notch. You know what I mean? I'm not cooking from scratch. If you're somebody that's good enough, you're cooking from scratch. You don't need that fucking shit. A little bit of salt, a little bit of acid's all you need to really bring out the flavor and shit. Maybe MSG if you just don't give a fuck. Like... But yeah, you don't need that other shit. And as much as garlic pepper is great, kicks up things a notch, nothing like freshly ground and minced garlic on something. That's way better. Of course it is. No onion. No Lowry. No, that's too cool. No Lowry. What is she calling? Oh, well. I don't know, chat. That's about all I had tonight. I had a few funny videos I want to show you. A review Psychopaths, and that's about it. I'll look into that Vice versus VTubers thing, see what I can find about that. That might be some interesting content. Some quality content for going forward. Well. I think that's about it for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. Let's see. If you send a donation when I'm not live, if you happen to like this terrible program, send a donation even when I'm not live. I'll see it when I am live. Streamlabs.com/TheBeckloff, PayPal.me/TheBeckloff. I'll leave a link to the Amazon wish list down below if you'd like to buy me some of the dumb shit that I like. And, it's free comic book day this Saturday. So go to your local comic book store. Get some free comics. Support your local comic book store. Because they're the last local businesses in America. I was talking about that on Twitter where Forney was talking about how like traveling is dead because everything in America is just kind of all the same, he was saying. And I'm like, one thing I love to do, if it's even within a day trip drive, I will just hit up different comic book stores. I love traveling around and hitting local comic stores because that's one of there are no comic book store chains. Like, every local comic book store is a local business run by some weird bohemian nerd. So, yeah, free comic book day this Saturday. Get you some free comic books. That's about it for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. Beckloff out.